So what is up guys, CapWayP back again with another video, and it's been a while, but today I have a banger, and today is a great video. I'm gonna be speaking on the topic of, or telling you guys a story on how did Cristiano Ronaldo, how did he go from this poor kid from the island of Madeira in Portugal, become one of the greatest players of all time with a net worth of 460 million. If you guys enjoy this video and you guys want to see more, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe and maybe comment something. If you guys enjoyed the video, maybe some critiques, whatever it might be, I'm here for it. I love you guys. Now enjoy. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on the 5th of February in 1985 on the Portuguese island of Madeira. He was actually in an unwanted pregnancy, his mom says, and he was the youngest of his four siblings. His mother contemplated having Cristiano because of how poor his family was. As in Cristiano's words, "I was brought up with nothing. We were very poor. I shared one room with my brother and my two sisters." You see, he didn't have it easy. You know, his CR7's mother was a chef while his dad was a town hall gardener. His teammates actually made fun of him for this. Could you believe that? Like, his teammates made fun of him for his father working as that. They bullied him for that, and Ronaldo didn't like that, obviously. But you see, even since he was a baby, Cristiano was dealt with the cards of having to overcome the odds. You see, Cristiano Ronaldo started playing street football since a very young age, and people actually nicknamed him the crybaby. This was because of his determination to win, and he hated to lose. Like, he hated it a lot. In the words of his mother, he used to cry when he passed to his friends and they didn't score, so people would call him a crybaby, you know. But what people didn't know is that him being a crybaby is what drove him to be one of the best footballers of all time. He had this drive inside of him that he wanted to win all the time, and accepting failure just wasn't an option. So on with the story. See, at the age of 8, Ronaldo joined the team of Andorinha, where his father was actually the kit man. Ronaldo fell in love with the football at this early age that he later moved on to play for one of the biggest clubs in Madeira, the Club Nacional. He did very good there, so later on at age 12 he trained and had a trial for the Portuguese giants Sporting Lisbon, who decided to sign Ronaldo at the early age of 12. But this came with many challenges. You see, Ronaldo, he would have to leave his family back in Madeira, and he would have to move to the capital city of Portugal in order to play for Sporting. He would have to move and live with his teammates and not see his family for a while. Ronaldo moved in with his teams, and he would cry all day. Since he missed his family so much, he would call his mom to tell her how much he missed her and his family, that he wanted to go home. His mom would cry too all the time. But the thing is, his mom knew that Ronaldo was just in the greatest spot to be in order for him to be great. When Ronaldo would go to school in the capital city of Portugal, he was well known around the school, but he just wasn't interested in doing good in school. There was even a time where his teacher mocked him for having a Madeiran accent, and Ronaldo got really mad and he actually threw a chair at him. As in Ronaldo's words, he disrespected me. Life wasn't easy for Ronaldo, but everything was working out in his favor, little by little, because of the hard work that he was putting on that football pitch. He was putting the extra hours, he was doing everything. You see, he stood apart from his Sporting teammates. He would put in the extra hours to train even after the team's practice was done. You see, his old Sporting youth teammate Miguel Paisage said Ronaldo had something special and he did different things. You see, Ronaldo, even after training was done, he would put in extra hours. He would train out there. He would put in weights around his ankles to do faster step overs. He was just determined to be one of the greatest of all time. You see, people would go to sleep and finish, or maybe go to dinner, and Ronaldo was like, let me get these extra reps in, you know? Although Ronaldo was doing everything good on the field, everything was going great for him actually, but he was very unlucky at the age of 15. He actually got the horrible news that he was diagnosed with a racing heart, which for many, this condition actually forced them to quit football. But fortunately for CR7, he underwent a laser surgery to fix the racing heart and was back to training with just a few weeks, you know. Ronaldo was the best at Sporting, and he progressed very quickly in the academy. He actually became the only player to ever play for Sporting's under 17, under 18's B team, and the first team within one season. That's crazy. Like, just imagine someone doing that. He went from 3 different spots in sporting and played for all of them. That's how good he was. You see, he stood out. He was one of the greatest. He was actually a developing star, actually. And quite frankly, there was no one else like him at that age. In 2003, huge teams like Barcelona, Arsenal, Liverpool, they were all watching Ronaldo closely, as they all needed a winger at that time. However, in a match in 2003, in a sporting match versus Manchester United, Ronaldo had a spotlight where he could show the world how good he actually was. This was a game like none other, and he was able to play against the top players in Manchester United. But all night, he was destroying Manchester defenders with his pace. They just couldn't catch up. With his step overs, with his moves, they couldn't stop him. He was destroying Manchester United's defenders, especially like John O'Shea. Sir Alex Ferguson noticed, and he was like, wow. And he signed him for a fee of 12 million euros at Ronaldo's early age in 2003. And he promised him and his manager that he will play and start at least 50% of the matches. You see, his manager knew that he could have signed him to a big club like Barcelona maybe, or Arsenal, but it would be a huge fee and maybe they would get a lot more money, but he knew he probably wouldn't play as much. But he was smart, and he knew that Ronaldo, if he went to Manchester United, he would, and he could be a star, and that he did. You see, Ronaldo's life was never easy, but through determination and hard work, he was able to be named one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT, according to many others. He later moved on to play for Real Madrid, winning a lot of Champions League titles, winning titles for Portugal, won one obviously with Manchester United, and now he's on Juventus. You see, his life was never easy, as I said earlier. But this just shows how great of a player Ronaldo is, and this just inspires me and inspires you that even a kid from the island of Madeira, that little island, he was able to come out of it and become a player unlike no other. Let's be honest, he might get older now, but he's still one of the best of all time. And that's why Ronaldo would always be a legend. Thank you guys for watching the video. I love you guys so much. This has been my first video in a long time. If you guys do enjoy this video, please subscribe, like it, and I love you guys. See ya. Peace.